You've clicked on this video because you either want to see your views confirmed or because you want to vehemently disagree with me. Or maybe you're just curious about what my video, amongst many others on this subject, is going to find what's new to say on the subject of women looking older than their years. Now, these types of videos get lots of comments from very cross people who say that we shouldn't criticise other women and we can all wear what we want and hang the lot of you. And I agree wholeheartedly with that. What this video is about is my take on clothes that, let's say, don't improve our looks, but make us look wider, or yes, older than is strictly necessary. Now, you, the viewer, might not care about looking wider or older, but I, the content creator, do. So I thought it might be fun to look at what fashion mistakes I've made, or might make if I'm not careful, and what I can do to remedy them. Hello and welcome, or welcome back. I make a lot of fashion mistakes myself, and the number of items I've bought and then sold on is quite considerable. So this video is hopefully going to make me, and possibly you, stop and think about purchasing something that isn't going to do us any favours in the long run. Oh, and I should say at the outset that I was actually quite surprised at some of the things I found out about some of the fashion items I tried on, which were not quite as old or as wide-making as I thought they'd be. So let's get started. So I think the first fashion mistake that women like me make is wearing too short a skirt or a dress. Now, there are lots of reasons for this, and it isn't just about, oh, my knees are knobbly, or I'm too old to wear a short dress, who am I trying to kid, and all that sort of thing. I would say this is a little bit more nuanced than that. Now, firstly, I live in London and the climate is pretty cold. So if I'm going to be wearing a shorter dress, I'm going to have to wear tights with it. Now, I don't have to wear tights with it, or pantyhose if you're in the States. But my legs are not exactly beautiful. They're full of not varicose veins, but very prominent veins and some broken capillaries as well. So they don't look exactly gorgeous. They're better when they've got a bit of a tan. But otherwise, they're not beautiful. Although I do think actually they're quite slim and they're probably one of my best features in terms of my body. But I'm not very keen to expose them bare-legged, as it were. So that means I'm going to have to wear tights. So that means I'm going to be limited by the sort of dress that I'm going to be wearing, or skirt. Now, I've got a funny shaped body anyway. It's not exactly apple shaped, so I do go in a bit at the waist, but not as much as I would like. And then I've got a huge kind of roll of fat. So that does limit me. I certainly wouldn't wear a shorter skirt anyway. In fact, I barely wear any skirts, but we're going to come to skirts a bit later. But I think in terms of shorter dresses, and you'll see in the images I'm showing you, the striped dress with the tights is fine, is okay. But I am limited to the fact that I have to wear tights with it. In any case, it's a kind of warmer fabric, so it's definitely a sort of autumn or spring dress. And it's fine to wear tights with it. But as you can see in the other images, and these are dresses I tried on, in fact, I have to say the black dress with the little puff sleeves, that reminds me so much of a dress I used to own when I was about 12 and I bought in Miss Selfridge, and it was the style of dress I really loved back in the day, but it's just not doing me any favours at all. I think the lilac one is the one that really doesn't help me. It's too girly, it's too ruffled, and although it shows that I've got a waist, what's then following the waist, as it were, underneath, it really does show my tum. So I think you can see short dresses on me are really not something that I should be reaching for on a regular basis, or at all if I'm concerned about having to wear tights with them. I think there's also something to be said about proportions, and I think the length of the striped dress is the right length for me, so it's literally just above the knee, and I think that looks fine. But like I say, I certainly wouldn't be wearing that without tights. So I think the moral of the story for me is I'm going to stay away from shorter dresses that are over the knee and go for probably maxi dresses, which we're going to come to a bit later in this video. Now, the second fashion item that I think I should stay away from is long straight skirts, particularly in a denim fabric. And they are all over the show at the moment. Now, I tried on a denim skirt because they're fashionable at the moment. I thought it would be worth trying one because I like to keep up with fashion if it's going to suit me. And I thought, well, maybe I'm being a bit prejudice, maybe I should try one, maybe it would suit me. And I think you'll agree, this long denim skirt really doesn't. I think the slit in the middle is just not classy. The pockets, oh my goodness me, the pockets, because I'm so short-waisted, the pockets sit in completely the wrong place and are doing me no favours at all. I think it just looks dull and plain. What do you think? Now, what I do think works well, although I haven't worn it all that much, is this black skirt. Now, I bought this last year and I have actually worn it a couple of times, and normally I would steer well clear of anything that's waisted and that I would wear it and that I'd have to wear a belt with. But actually, I think this looks really good. It's a nice long length, it's not too long, and actually, if I wanted to wear this in the summer, I could probably go bare-legged, unlike with a shorter skirt. And I think it just looks really classy, it looks really put together. And even though I've got a tum, belting it at my natural waist, which as I say is really quite high up because I've got such a short waist, really actually works quite well and doesn't enhance my tum. And now to my third fashion mistakes, and that's wearing long dresses that are either column or have large prints on them or that are too flouncy. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let's look first at the large print. Now, I have to say, a couple of things really surprised me about trying on some of these dresses, but let's look first at the orange dress. So this dress has a very large print, which personally I don't think does me any favours. The style actually isn't that bad because it comes in at the waist and then goes out, and it's not accentuating my tum too much like I thought it would. Actually, the back of it, which I haven't shown you, is quite open, so I'm not sure I'd be able to wear it anyway because I'd have to wear a bra, and even a strapless bra probably wouldn't work. So I wouldn't wear this dress anyway, but I wanted to try it on just to see how it looked on me. And what I do think is that the large print is not serving me. And actually, it's probably the first thing that you notice when you look at this picture of me is the large print, and possibly that the colour doesn't suit me. Although I have to say, I was surprised that, given that it's quite orange, that it doesn't look that bad, because orange is definitely not one of my colours. Or maybe it is. But if you compare it to this green dress that I bought last year and I absolutely love, I think you can see that the green dress, although it does catch your eye straight away, it's a lot more forgiving, it's a lot softer. Yes, it's quite voluminous, but not too voluminous. And I think the way it's cut is very flattering and really suits me. But if you look at a couple of other voluminous dresses that I tried on, this black one with the frilly sleeves and the frilly hem, it is absolutely not doing me any favours at all. In fact, it looks a bit like I'm wearing a curtain, if I'm honest. So I think that would definitely not suit me. And I do think there's a lot going on there. You've got a big print and you've got the contrasting sleeves and hem, so it really doesn't serve me at all. And another dress that really doesn't work on me is this burnt orange kind of sheath dress. Oh, it just accentuates every lump and bump, and I cannot wear a sheath dress at all. And I think a sheath dress really only suits somebody who doesn't have any lumps and bumps. If you're lucky enough to have that sort of figure, then I think they can look fantastic, and I am drawn to them. And this is the thing about fashion mistakes. I, like probably you, are drawn to clothes that don't suit me, but I want them to suit me and I wish them to, I want to will them to suit me, but they actually don't when I try them on. And this sheath dress is a case in point. I actually rather like the colour, although again, it's probably not my colour, and I like the style, but when I put it on, it was just hopeless. It just showed every lump and bump. However, what I was surprised about is this black and white one. And I chose it because the print is quite large. But actually, in the image, it doesn't look that bad. So I might have to revisit that one. Now, let's move on to jeans. Now, I thought, just for fun, that I would try on a pair of ripped jeans. Now, I'm not a fan, and actually, I have to say, and maybe it's my age, and please disagree with me, and I know a lot of you will, I think they're a bit classist, because when I was a child, a ripped jean was a sign of poverty. If you had darned clothes, they were a sign that your parents couldn't afford to buy you new clothes. And so they probably wouldn't let the jeans actually look ripped, but they'd be darned at the knees. So I appreciate it's a generation thing, but I'm just not a fan. But I thought I would try them anyway. And again, although, and actually it was very funny, because one of the rips in the jeans that I bought, I actually put my foot through when I was trying them on. But I have to say, the actual style of the jean, and I bought them from Asos, their Asos own brand, actually is quite nice. They fit me really well and they're very comfortable. However, I'm not keen on the rips and I certainly wouldn't buy them. I sent them back. But I did quite like the style. However, I think personally, if you're going to do something other than just have a straightforward jean, I think the frayed or raw edges is a much better way to go. Now that is probably because I always used to say I was too young to be a hippie and too old to be a punk, but I did come in at the tail end of hippiedom and frayed edges were definitely a thing in the 60s and 70s. So I think a frayed edge rather than a rip is better. Now my final fashion mistakes is following fashion too slavishly. Now, if you've watched any of my videos before, you'll have seen me try on trench coats and you'll have seen me try on wide leg jeans and actually buy wide leg jeans and hum and ha about the trench coats. But I think I've found a solution. Now, if you watch my recent videos, and I'll link them down below for you, about me trying on trench coats, the green one, the olive green trench coat, was rather attractive. And I did like trying it on, but I just hummed and hawed about whether I'd wear it. I also tried on this ridiculously large trench coat, only partly because I liked the colour and also it was cheaper than the Uniqlo one, the green one, from H&M, but it was just ridiculous. It looked like I'd borrowed my grandfather's coat. It was just far too huge. And then I was shopping last weekend in my local area and I went into Whistles and I found this amazing quilted jacket. Now, normally I'd steer clear of quilted jackets because I've never been a fan, but I tried it on and I just thought, wow, this looks really good. And it's giving me that up-to-date fashion vibe, but it's much more practical for me because I still couldn't quite get my head around whether I would actually wear a trench. And I think this has solved the problem because it's modern, it's easy to wear, but it's casual. I don't have to belt it because I know that trenches are really not meant to be belted, but honestly, the climate here in the UK is so variable and can be really cold that I would want to do my coat up. I wouldn't want to have my coat hanging down, as it were, open. Whereas this quilted jacket I can do up. It's got a really nice, attractive look about it. It's a little bit oversized, but not too oversized. And I think it really suits me and I'm absolutely delighted with it. Now, the other slave to fashion item that I've been buying and then selling or sending back have been wide leg trousers. But as I mentioned in a recent video, I decided to keep these black jeans but have them taken in. And that's what I've done. So I sent them to my tailor. He came back with them yesterday and here they are, slightly taken in, not too much. So they're still giving a wide leg trouser vibe, but they're not looking too clown-like on me now as I felt they were looking before. So I'm not being a slave to fashion, but I am being fashionable. So there you have it. Those are my 5 fashion mistakes and how I've corrected them. So what do you think about my 5 fashion mistakes? I'm sure you'll have plenty to say in the comments below, which I'm really looking forward to reading. And just remember, these are fashion mistakes that I have made. Of course, we can wear anything we want when we want, but I don't want you to have to send things back that you've purchased or have to sell them because the time's passed and you haven't been able to send them back. I don't want you to waste your money and I don't want to waste my money. And really that's what this video is about, is to help us make informed decisions about the money we spend on our clothes. And if you've enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel and give me a thumbs up. I make videos every week on beauty, fashion and lifestyle. And if you can't get enough of me, I have a monthly newsletter and the link to subscribe to that is in the description box below. And in that I don't just talk about beauty, fashion and lifestyle, but also music, books, podcasts, TV, films and all the other bits and bobs that make us happy. And thank you so much for watching. It means the absolute world to me. It really does. And I hope you're all doing really well. And I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Bye.